and welcome to episode 62 of the Breaking Yarn podcast. My name is Michaeli. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and this is my podcast where I talk about my knitting, my crocheting, and my yarn dyeing. You can find me online at breakingyarn.com or anywhere on social media at Breaking Yarn. Today I have two finished objects, one whip. It's actually the only whip that I have too, which is crazy. For now. I also have some future cast-ons that I would like to discuss and a few videos that I have put out for the new year. So let's just jump right into it. My first finished object are ones that you saw last podcast episode. These are my golden moth socks. This is out of a new colorway that I have yet to release to my shop, but I hope to soon. I even have some dyed. I don't know if you can see that up there, but I have some dyed in sock fingering and sock DK, and I just need to take pictures, do the listing, figure out social media, all that stuff, and release it. So maybe give me some motivation in the comments because I have been very unmotivated to do breaking yarn stuff. I don't know why. So this is a vanilla sock. They actually pulled in different ways too, which is cool. But yeah, just a vanilla sock, 2x2 ribbing, slip stitch heel flap, heel turn and gusset, and regular rounded toe. And I did nothing special. I did not do contrast anything. I wanted to see how this colorway would knit up, and I really enjoyed knitting with it. It kind of has pulled in a way that like goes in a spiral, which I think is really cool. Yeah, it was really unique. I think each skein will be unique too, because even though I try to get it exactly half yellow, half black, it doesn't always end up being perfect, right? And it depends too on what your circumference is for the sock. So this is a 64 stitch, but if you were knitting, you know, like a 60 stitch or a 58 stitch or a 72 stitch sock, your pooling might look differently. But this is what mine looks like with my gauge on a 64 inch. Or 64 stitch sock. My second finished object may come as a surprise to you that I actually finished it. But I finished my boucle yarn socks for my mother-in-law. I was originally thinking I would knit these for her for Christmas. It's obviously way past Christmas. And so I'm going to give these to her for her birthday. It works out perfect that she has a January birthday. So I kind of forced myself to finish it. I also purchased myself a new, fixed 32 inch 2.5, US 2.5 needle from Chowgu in order to finish the toe decreases, which I really dreaded on this first sock. So I think that helped a lot, and I just busted through these. Like, I know this will surprise a lot of you that I actually finished these because I harped so badly on boucle yarn last time. I still feel the same way. I hope that she enjoys these socks because I will probably, I don't want to say never, but like I will probably never knit with I will probably never knit with boucle yarn again. I did not enjoy knitting them. It was actually kind of torturous for me. I'm 100% a process knitter. I like to enjoy the process. I do it to de-stress. I don't like to be stressed, and I don't like to force myself to do things that I don't want to do, which is surprising why I finished these. I will say, as a positive for boucle, is that these socks are super fuzzy and soft and probably warm. I hope she really enjoys these, like I said, because this was a labor of love and I will probably never do this again. But I wanted to show you what they look like finished before I give them to her. These also, I dyed this yarn for her. So I had purchased a 10 pack of Boucle yarn DK just to try it out. And I was like, oh, you know, she would really like some fuzzy socks, I think, more than just like regular socks, which is where I got the idea from. And so I dyed up this yarn. It's like silver, gold, and some pink speckles. So I think it turned out good, and she's gonna enjoy the colors and stuff on them too, I hope. Second finished object that is done. I mean, I don't know, would you call a swatch a finished object? It technically was cast on and bound off, which I think constitutes a finished object. So maybe I actually have 3 finished objects. Let me tell you about these real quick. It's been on my list of like kind of bucket list things to learn. I've always wanted to learn how to do Tunisian crochet. And so I purchased this book, Tunisian Crochet Stitch Dictionary. And I wanted to see if I could Tunisian crochet something out of this book. It has 150 different stitches. And I was able to, my first one is just a simple Tunisian stitch swatch. And it's a little wonky. I like lost stitches, and my bind off, I didn't understand how to do it until I got over here. So it looks nice over here. I didn't understand you're supposed to flip your chain over and go into the back bumps as opposed to just going straight into the loops like you would in normal crochet. So it's very funky, very ugly, but I love it and I'm super proud of it. I really wanted to learn this one, the chevron. So I did another one, and I think I did this one better. It was a little bit more challenging. I did it twice. The first time I did it, I was missing my yarn overs from the previous row. So I was losing stitches every row, forward pass and return pass on this. And then the second time I realized that's what was happening, and I paid attention more to where those yarn overs were so that I knew where to pick them up from to make sure that I went into the yarn overs and not miss them. And then this actually worked and turned out very cool and great, and I love it. And I wanted to try the chevron one out of this book because there's I believe it's a free pattern. I will put the link down below and put it on the screen here, what the name of the pattern is, but it's a little Tunisian crochet blanket that looks like this, but I think it might be in strips. I need to look at the pattern in general, but I needed to learn how to do Tunisian crochet first. So yeah, I did that. I'm super proud of myself. And I'll also link this book down below too, in case you are interested in learning Tunisian crochet. This was great. It has very clear pictures and charts, and the instructions in the front and the back. It even has like how to hold your hook, how to do the chain, how to flip it over and stuff like that, how to bind off. It literally has all the information and pictures, and it was great. So I will link that down below too in case you are interested in checking that out. All right, so I have one whip, the only whip I have at the moment, which is probably shocking. I'm shocked by it, but you've seen this before, but it's made a lot of progress over the last month, is my Polka Dot Tee. This is a Lion brand kit on their website. The pattern is by LA Knits Apparel, and it has polka dots on it. Isn't that so cute? Okay, so I split for the sleeves and actually finished the sleeves because they are just cap sleeves. And this is a summertime top. And so I finished the sleeves. All the raglan increases are done. And I am now on the body of the sweater. And I am really enjoying this knit. It's very fun to work on this. And it's a very simple, repeatable pattern that I have memorized. So I'm able to just kind of mindlessly work on it. I still have to count stitches, so I guess it's not that mindless. I do that just so I don't mess up, and then I'm like, why am I off at the end of my row? And then my polka dots would be wonky. So I just take the moment to count, okay, did I do this many purls or this many knits or whatever it is in my repeat for that row. But I'm really enjoying this. I did do a try on before I split for the sleeves and it fit great. This is also, I'm keeping this in my bag by Nicole of Stitched Below. This is a beautiful project bag. She has a shop on Etsy. I will link it down below in case you want to check out her shop. I think she's going to be having a Valentine's Day update. And the yarn that I'm using for this project, again, it's on Lion Brand, and this is a kit. This is called Pima Cotton. It is 100% cotton, and I have the colorway Dragonfly, which is this really nice teal color. So that is my only whip. I do have a future cast on that has been burning in my head, and I am ready to cast it on. I just need to like do all the prep stuff, like wind yarn, get my needles ready, get the stitch markers, go through the pattern, and kind of understand like what I'm gonna be doing. I just haven't had a chance to really do the prep for it yet, but I hope to maybe this weekend. I am going to be using my Pretty Twisted Yarns Advent from 2023. I think, yeah, from 2023, which is the, I don't know if I've shown it here, but it's like super bright, colorful minis, all different colors. And I also have a main skein that she dyed up from that Advent as well. It's also a one of a kind. And my plan is to knit the Briochex blanket pattern by Leslie Ann Robinson of Knit Graffiti. That's my plan. That's going to be my Adventurely Mal 2025 project. I probably won't get it done by March 31st, but I'm gonna just work on it. It's hexies, brioche hexies that are then sewn together, and I thought it would be really fun to like mix up the colors together. So like you have a main color and a contrast color for each hexie, and I thought it would be fun to just like mix up the colors however I want, in whatever combination I want. Like, it looks cool in all of them. I love them. Mix them together. If I do have a lot of orange. I will say that was one thing about the Advent that I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not the biggest orange fan. There's more than this, but this is just what I pulled out of my bin. But I think my plan is that if I start to get kind of bored of the orange, or I don't really want any more orange in the blanket, I think my plan will be to switch to the navy blue one-of-a-kind yarn that is here for some of the contrast ones. So like it would be like this or like this. I don't know if that contrasts enough, but just as an example, if I feel like I'm done using the orange, then I may just like swap to 20 grams of this for the contrast. So that's my plan for my Adventurely Mal 2025 project. That's another thing I want to mention. I did put out a video all about that. Leah of Leah Loves to Knit and I host this. This is our 4th time hosting it over on Instagram. And it's a great way to get some motivation to finish up your Advent projects from the past year or from years past, so that eventually you will get it done. If you understand, that's the pun. And yeah, I put out a fun video showing my past Adventually Mal projects and also my Zigzag Zen blanket. I didn't make that for an Adventually Mal, but it is made out of Advent yarn, and so I share it over in that video as well. I will link it up here in this corner for you to check out. I also wanted to share with you that my friend Rachel of Creative Yarnaholic actually just released her first pattern. This is the Creative Infinity Scarf. She is offering a 20% off coupon for my viewers through Valentine's Day. I will link it down below, and you can use the code Breaking Yarn to get 20% off of your purchase. I also forgot that I wanted to share my little haul from the Nana's Yarn Stash. This is a brand new store on the west side of Albuquerque that just opened up, I believe a month or two ago, and I was sick for the grand opening, so I was not able to attend, but I finally was able to stop by last weekend, and I wanted to just show you what I got. This skein was just calling to me, Bad Sheep Yarn. This is it's called Lupine. It's a 75/25. And I just loved, of course, the purples and the blues and a little bit of yellows. I also got two skeins. This is her shop colorway by Desert Wools. It's called Pure Joy. And it's a 75/25 nylon blend. And this blue also goes with that, also by Desert Wools from Nana's Yarn Stash. The last thing I purchased from her shop is the Pacific Knit Co. Doodle Deck. This one is the Arctic Doodle Deck. I really liked it for this bear, so that I have plans to knit stockings for everyone in my family, not like extended family, but like my husband and my kids and myself. And I thought it would be fun to kind of pick out some different motifs that would represent them for their stockings. So I got this Arctic Doodle Deck as well. I mostly for the bear and the snowflakes, but who knows what else is in here. I'll have to look through it closely to find out. The last thing I want to mention is that I've also done a few more book reviews here on YouTube. One for a Stitch Dictionary, the ultimate all-around Stitch Dictionary. I put this out on my channel as a separate video, and I also did one on brioche knitting for beginners and beyond. I will also link these down below and put the videos up here in the corner in case you want to check out more detailed information about those books. And if you enjoy those book reviews and you want to see more, please let me know down in the comments. Please also subscribe to my channel and like this video. It really helps me a lot, and it helps other people to find my videos as well who may also enjoy them. So that's it for episode 62 of the Breaking Yarn podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a beautiful day and a beautiful week. We'll see you next time.